This is the place where we take a whole stack of your sources. We're talking articles, research, tech guides, all of it, and we pull out the most important, actionable insights for you.
And today, we are tackling a big one, artificial intelligence. For a lot of people, I think AI still feels like something for, huge tech companies or maybe something out of a movie.
And that's exactly what we want to change today. Our whole mission here is to cut through that technical jargon and focus on you. Maybe you're an entrepreneur, a freelancer, or just, a professional who's curious and wants to use AI right now to make better decisions and get more efficient.
That's right. The source material we're working with today is really focused on financial optimization, personal productivity, that kind of thing. Scaling a side hustle. This isn't about learning to code, it's about making AI accessible and honestly profitable for the work you're doing right now. So let's unpack it.
Okay, let's start at the very beginning. When we say AI, what are we actually talking about? Let's keep it simple.
Right. At its core, AI is a branch of computer science that's focused on building systems that can do tasks that normally need human intelligence.
Things like learning or problem solving.
Exactly. Learning from experience, reasoning through a problem, and understanding human language.
So with a normal computer program, I have to tell it every single step explicitly. How is AI different from that?
The key difference is that learning element. AI systems, especially the ones using machine learning, they use these really complex algorithms and just massive amounts of data to find patterns and make decisions. And they do it without a human having to reprogram them constantly. It's like it mimics our ability to learn, but just so much faster.
At a scale no human could ever match.
Exactly. And that speed and scale, that's the immediate win for anyone who's, running their own show.
For a busy entrepreneur, that's everything.
It is. That speed means a huge efficiency boost. AI tools can automate all those time-consuming, repetitive things. Data entry, scheduling, customer follow-ups. It just frees you up for the strategic work, the creative stuff. I mean, if you're a freelancer charging by the hour, that's pure profit right there.
Yeah, and what's really interesting from our sources is this idea of accessibility. It seems like AI has just completely lowered the barrier to entry for starting a business.
Oh, absolutely. The tools you can get for content creation or social media management, basic e-commerce, a lot of them are cheap, or even have a free version. A decade ago, you needed a marketing team or a data analyst. Today, a powerful AI tool can do a lot of that work for the cost of a coffee subscription. It really levels the playing field.
And what about for someone not starting a business, but maybe looking for a new job? What does knowing this stuff do for them?
It's becoming a huge competitive advantage. Just understanding how to use these tools, how to write a good prompt for generative AI, or how to read what a data tool is telling you, that's not optional anymore.
So it's a core skill.
It's a core business skill now. And it opens up doors in jobs like automation support or digital strategy.
Okay, so to really understand the tools we should be using, we need to talk about the two different faces of AI. I'm talking about narrow versus general AI.
Right. So narrow AI, which some people call weak AI, is what we're all using every single day. It's the AI that impacts business and life right now. It's built to do one specific thing really well. Think about Netflix recommending a show or an algorithm routing a package. That's narrow AI.
It excels at a single repetitive task.
Perfectly put. This is the practical AI that you can use in your business today.
And then there's the other kind, the big theoretical one, general AI.
General AI or strong AI, yeah. That's the idea of a system that could do any intellectual task a human can. They can understand, learn, and adapt across totally different domains.
But that's still very much a distant, research concept.
Exactly. It's fascinating, but if you're looking for an edge right now, your focus should be 100% on deploying these narrow AI tools for specific immediate problems.
All right, let's get into the jargon. It feels like you can't talk about AI for more than 5 seconds without hitting a wall of acronyms, and that can be really intimidating.
It really can. So let's break down the most important ones. Let's start with the engine behind almost everything, machine learning, or ML.
Okay.
We touched on it earlier, but it's a subset of AI where systems basically use stats to learn from data. They find patterns and then make decisions without you programming every single step.
So let's say I'm selling a product. I could feed the system all my past sales data, who bought what, when they bought it, and the ML system could then predict which new customers are most likely to buy.
That is the core idea. And the more data it gets, the better its predictions become. It improves itself over time.
Which is incredibly powerful for a small business.
It is. Next up, let's do natural language processing, or NLP. This is what makes chatbots and smart assistants work.
This is how a machine understands what I'm actually saying or typing.
Exactly. It's how a machine can understand, interpret, and even generate human language. Think about a customer support email. NLP is what allows a system to read, "I'm so mad, I want a refund," and know that's a high-priority refund request, not just, general feedback.
Which immediately improves customer service without you needing to be there.
A huge time saver, especially for a side hustler. It handles that first line of defense.
Okay, now one that I think revolutionizes things for non-coders, the API.
Yes, the API. It stands for Application Programming Interface.
Which sounds super technical.
It does, but think of it as a universal digital handshake. It's just a set of rules that lets different software programs talk to each other, even if they're made by different companies.
So why does that matter for someone, say, running an Etsy shop? They're not a developer.
Because the API is what makes tools like Zapier possible. Let's say you pay through one tool, but you want that to automatically update a spreadsheet in another tool and then send a thank you email from a third tool.
You don't need to code that.
You don't. The API for each of those services lets a middleman, like Zapier, pass information back and forth. You just drag and drop.
So just knowing that APIs exist means you can look for tools that connect to each other and build your own automated system without hiring someone.
Precisely. It turns integration from a technical problem into a simple workflow.
Okay, and all of these tools, all these automations, they run on data. Our sources really stress the difference between data and information.
A critical distinction. Data is just the raw facts, a number of clicks, a dollar amount. Raw. Information is when you process that data to give it meaning and context. You can't make a good decision on raw data.
And getting from data to information involves a few key steps.
Right. Collection, cleaning, transformation, and analysis.
Collection is obvious, but why is cleaning so important for a small business?
Because bad data will kill your AI's effectiveness. I mean, if your data has typos, duplicate names, missing fields, the model learns from garbage.
And your AI-driven ad campaign targets the wrong people.
Wasting your money. Exactly. Cleaning just fixes all those errors. Then you have transformation, which is basically formatting the data so the algorithm can understand it.
And then finally, the analysis.
Where the patterns are found and the predictions are made. Those 4 steps are really the foundation of getting any value out of AI.
Okay, so let's move from definitions to the real world. Where can someone listening right now apply this to get an actual tangible edge?
A great starting point is customer engagement. We talked about NLP. If you set up an AI chatbot on your site, you suddenly have instant 24/7 support.
And it can handle easy stuff.
It can handle probably 80% the routine questions. What are your hours? Where's my order? That leaves you, the human, to handle only the complex, high-value conversations.
The sources also point to targeted advertising as a huge win for small budgets. How does AI make that better?
Well, traditional digital marketing is kind of like casting a wide net based on simple demographics.
Age, location, that kind of thing.
Right. But AI, using machine learning, analyzes real-time behavior. It looks for signals that someone is ready to buy right now. So for a small budget, you start paying for just general awareness, and you start paying to reach people who are showing high intent to purchase.
That's a huge difference. What about just day-to-day automation for a solo entrepreneur?
This is where tools like Notion AI or Zapier are game changers. Notion AI can draft your emails, summarize meeting notes, create your to-do list. And Zapier, using those APIs we mentioned, becomes your workflow engine. A new lead comes in, Zapier can qualify it, add it to your CRM, and schedule a follow-up email, all while you're doing something else. That is pure operational leverage.
Let's talk e-commerce. It's a huge space for side hustles. Amazon's recommendations are famous, but what about inventory management for a small shop?
It's massive for cash flow. An ML algorithm can predict demand based on past sales, the season, even upcoming holidays.
So instead of just guessing how much to order,
the AI can tell you, hey, you should order 30% more next week because we predict a spike in demand. It helps you avoid running out of stock, but also avoids having too much cash tied up in inventory that isn't selling.
so you're not sitting on dead stock.
Exactly. Tools like Shopify are even building this kind of forecasting right into their platform.
And what about outside of business, in learning or personal finance?
In education, you're seeing personalized learning. Think of Khan Academy's AI tutor. The system actually adapts the difficulty and style of the lessons to how a specific student is doing right in that moment.
So it addresses their exact knowledge gaps.
In real time.
Yeah.
And for personal finance, you have budgeting apps that do more than just track spending. They analyze your habits, and can suggest saving strategies you might not see yourself, like flagging a subscription you never use. Okay, so as we get more and more comfortable using these powerful tools, we have to talk about the responsible side of this, the ethics and the limitations.
Right. And the first big challenge always comes back to the data, which is the issue of bias.
It is. An AI model is only as good as the data you feed it. And if that data has, historical human biases in it, from old hiring records or lending decisions, the AI will learn those biases.
And then it will replicate them.
Or sometimes even amplify them. So if you're using an AI tool to screen resumes, it might start unfairly filtering out certain candidates just because it learned from biased decisions made by humans in the past.
So the responsibility is on the user to use clean, diverse data.
And to check the AI's results constantly for any weird or unfair outcomes.
There's also this issue of transparency, the black box problem. When an AI makes a decision, it can be hard to know why.
And that's a huge issue for trust. If you're a small business owner and an AI tool denies a customer credit, you need to be able to understand the logic. What data was used? What were the factors?
So you can fix it if it's wrong.
Exactly. It's about accountability. Organizations like the OECD have actually created guidelines to help businesses navigate this.
Let's also talk about the big fear, job loss. The sources seem pretty clear that AI isn't just going to eliminate all human jobs.
That's right. It's much more likely to transform roles. AI is fantastic at handling repetitive analytical work, but it can't innovate. It can't handle complex emotional situations. It can't think creatively outside of the data it's been given. Those human skills are more valuable than ever.
So it seems like its biggest weakness is its total dependence on us, on our context and our data.
Absolutely. Its performance is 100% dependent on the quality of the input. If you give it bad data, you will get a bad result. The best way to look at it is as a collaborative tool. It enhances your abilities so you can focus on the high-value, creative, and strategic work that only a human can do.
So we've covered the fundamentals, we've decoded the vocabulary of ML, NLP, and APIs, and we've walked through some really concrete applications for growth.
We have. And I think we've shown that AI is accessible, it's affordable, and it's something any entrepreneur can start using. It's a huge shift in how we work. But I do want to leave you with one final thought to sort of mull over.
Please.
It's about accountability. We've talked about bias, but there's a bigger question. When an automated decision that you've set up causes real harm, financial or personal, who is actually responsible? Is it you? The person who made the tool? The data provider? That is a crucial question that everyone using these tools needs to keep thinking about as they go deeper.
That is a phenomenal and necessary place to end. A really important thought. And if you are ready to take the next step, we really recommend checking out some of the resources from the source material, like Google AI Education or Microsoft Learn, to continue your journey. That's all the time we have for this deep dive. We hope you feel ready to go out and start leveraging AI today.